I wanted to check in and see if you're tripping. Are you tripping out? I'm having my moments, I'm telling you. When our circuit breaker trips, we talked about this before, whether it's anger, whether it's frustration, irritability, depression, complete disconnect, like I'm checking out, I have nothing for this situation. That's a circuit breaker tripping. And when that happens, it's the nervous system responding to something in your environment that's saying there's a lack of safety. There's a possibility of transforming. Energy is never destroyed, it's just transformed. That's exactly what's happening here. So when we go up to our circuit breaker and we reset it, right? We've all been there. You have to turn it off and turn it back on and wait for it to trip again. I know if I run the microwave and blow dry my hair at the same time, it's going to trip. And so I just go back and reset it and I don't change anything. All I got to do is change the circuit breaker. I got to transform my circuit breaker box to accept more energy. And that's what we're doing with the B.L.U.E method. I want to share this with you and see how it lands, because our bodies are the power plant. We're able to produce our energy and run on our own energy without all these activations, interruptions, and constrictions, contortions within the body that deplete us, that bring us down in our energy level. So if that activation comes in, that button gets pushed because of some circumstance in life, the step-up transformer in this analogy is our adrenal glands. And so what the body does when it hits a sympathetic state, if you've taken any of the courses, is it immediately goes into hyperfocus and it will send the signals to the body. And the adrenals are our buddies that get us moving forward. And all the chemistry that comes out of that sets up the system to take action in whatever impulse that your body has decided is the safest mode of operation. And so the adrenals kick in, all the signals are sent, and all that's cascading through the body, and the body's ready to respond. Now, that high voltage that's running through the body, through chemistry, through energy, through tension and response, can be interrupted through a different signal. And that signal is our breath. So we can step down that charge. We can transform it into a different quality of energy, because the breath brings awareness to not only our mind, but it interrupts the nervous system and communicates safety and allow us more space. When we can step down in our activation, then there's more capacity on board to access the faculties of the mind and reason and possibility. So if we stay with this through breath and awareness, and we allow the systems, the unwinding of that original activation, that pattern that was stored in the body as a memory of something that was never resolved. That's all it is. And so if we allow it to resolve through just hanging out with it and letting it recognize that threat no longer exists in our life, then everything in the body can reset. The chemistry resets, the muscles, the connective tissues, the tendons, everything about the body will restore and unwind. And through that, there is a whole nother type of energy available to you that's yours, that's genuinely your energy that was bound up in holding this in place. And so as that transforms from that high voltage, high activation, trying to keep it in place and all the constriction that goes with that, and you allow that to release, can you imagine how much energy and ease you'll have? And the most beautiful part is that information is updated in the body, and the body will send that message to the brain. And therefore, there's more space, there's more energy, and more choice. And so come check out Pattern of Possibility is one of the courses that talks directly about this, because the possibility on the other side is that you now have more range. You're not looking through the lens of this filter anymore. Your body's not held in this tension pattern, protective pattern any longer. And that will restore health and well-being and possibility.